For number 6, we start by taking our given and putting it over 1. The question is, how many water molecules? So question molecules, and we are given 123.5 grams of water. So here's our given. So we're going to take our given, 123.5 grams H2O, and put it over 1. Step number 2 says times, draw a line. Step 3, bring down the unit. Most important step, don't reuse the number. So I don't want to bring down the number. I want to bring down grams H2O. Grams H2O. Now, step 4 says, if you brought down grams, go to the periodic table to add up the molar mass for your number at the bottom. So first we have hydrogen times 2, which is going to be 1.008 times 2 plus oxygen, which is 15.999, and then we'll add this up. So we get a mass of 18.015 grams per mole of H2O. So this mass we calculated is the mass that goes here, 18.015. And so notice we're going to get the molar mass, put it on the bottom, and then we'll put 1 mole on top. So it's 1 mole of H2O. That's going to go on top. Notice that the grams cancel, and we're left with moles. Next is step 5. If the desired unit is on top, you're done. We want molecules. We have moles. Be careful not to get these mixed up. They are not the same thing. So because the desired unit is not on top, we need to repeat steps 2 through 5. So we'll go back up to step 2, which says times, draw a line, times, draw a line. And then step 3, bring down the unit. So we're not going to bring down the 1. We'll just bring down mole of H2O. It's going to happen that we're going to put a 1 next to mole, but it's not always the case in future units. So letter D says, if you brought down moles, then put 1 mole at the bottom. And now on top, we can put whatever we want. So since we want to end up on molecules, we want to use this, Avogadro's number of molecules here. 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules of H2O. So notice moles cancel. I'm left with molecules. So step 5, if your desired unit is on top, you're done. And it is. We want molecules. We have molecules here. So we're done setting up the problem. And now we can calculate the final answer. Remember, we're going to type in our first number, and then it's times the top divided by the bottom, times the top divided by the bottom. So it's going to be 123.5, and then we don't need to multiply by 1. We do need to divide by 18.015. We do need to multiply times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. If you wanted to put it in parentheses, you can, but that's really only very necessary when you're dividing. And then divided by 1, which we don't have to type in. And so we have 4 sig figs in our given, which means we need 4 sig figs in our answer. So that's going to give us 4.127 times 10 to the 24. Need all of that. And so there's our final answer for this calculation. So I'm going to show you another way you can type this into Desmos.com. We'll do 123.5 and then hit times, and over here this A over B gives us the fraction. And we can put at the top the 1 and then at the bottom 18.015. I'm going to tab over and hit times, and then at the top we're going to put AB again, and at the top of it we're going to put 6.02 times 10 raised to the 23rd, and then at the bottom we'll put 1. And now that you have this typed in, we can see that our final answer here is 4.127 times 10 to the 24.